to thank you all for attending today's press conference. We appreciate you as media for partnering with us to share accurate messaging about the city's efforts in response to the coronavirus disease 2019. The city is in continuous contact with the Centers for Disease Control, as well as the state and local health officials, to receive updates on precautionary measures residents should take to prevent the spread of the virus. The city has quickly taken proactive measures to ensure the safety of residents and our staff. And with the City Council's approval today, we will access $125,000 from our contingency fund to support our commitment to the safety of our residents and staff. These funds will allow the city to purchase professional prevention equipment for firefighters, police, and other city staff, and purchase vehicle decontamination supplies for city vehicles. We've also implemented a deep cleaning and sanitation of South Fulton facilities, starting with Fire Station 15 and assigned fire engines. This station was temporarily closed, but I want to make sure to you today that because of the fact that we had an issue with Bear Creek, that this fire station is now open. I would like to strongly express that neither of the firefighters who responded to the calls have symptoms nor have been tested positive for the virus, but for precautions have been quarantined or resting safely at home. We are also in constant communication with Fulton County Schools, and we are working with them on public responses. We provided notices to our employees, as they are our primary concern. Any employee who has a student at a Fulton County school will be provided support from the city in caring for that child, and those eligible will be allowed to telecommunicate. The City of South Fulton remains committed to the safety of residents and staff. We will continue to partner with all agencies to keep you updated on the steps we are taking to combat the spread of the virus. In times like this, we must band together as a community, a state, and a nation. But let's be sure to follow the safety medical tips. Wash your hands with soap thoroughly for at least 20 seconds. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Use hand sanitizer. Avoid contact with people who are sick, and stay at home if you are sick. Cover your mouth, nose with tissues when coughing and sneezing. We must follow the tips set by the CDC. We must be unified to overcome adversity. Together we can do it, and we will overcome this crisis. And at this time, I'd like to have some words from the city manager.
So, extremely thankful for our mayor and council for allocating funds for us to be able to respond appropriately to this virus. I think the mayor highlighted that they've given me the authority to make some emergency purchases that will help keep our first responders as well as our city hall and other staff safe, which is a total of $125,000, but in their leadership, they've allocated close to $500,000 for us to be able to respond quickly under their authority and advisement. We've taken some preliminary precautions to ensure not only that our residents are safe, but also that our staff are safe. And so we will start implementing those things immediately. Our communications department will be releasing the official statement as well as the direction and guidance for our employees. But for the edification of the public, tomorrow the City Hall will not be open to the public before 11 o'clock a.m. with further information to whether we will open it or not at all to the public to come later this evening through our official statement and information. Please follow our website for continuous updates. Our council also provides great updates and information to our constituents and others, so we ask you to remain in contact with them. Further, we will continue to have our public meetings with one scheduled for the 17th of March, but it will not be open to the public. We will have virtual activities for which people will be able to not only provide public comment in advance of the meeting, but also be able to follow in real time. We believe that we're taking some proactive steps, and one of those will be effective immediately. Gatherings of 250 or more in city-operated facilities will be suspended until further notice for at least until March 31st. Additional information, guidance, and insight will be available this evening, but we ask that our residents continue to use our 24/7 call center, which is available to the public, and leave your questions, and the city manager's office and the mayor's office will work collaboratively to get information out to all. And so we look forward to continue to serve. Thank you to our council for their continued leadership, and we are as ready as any other municipality.
Okay, I stand here with members of my council, some of the council members with me, some of our public safety and department heads, and at this time, we'd like to see if you have any questions.
When did Station 15 reopen?
Today at noon.
Yes.
Today at noon. You talked about the facilities with events of 200 or more, 250?
250 or more.
On the calendar?
So currently we operate a variety of facilities. We had an event that we postponed this evening. We were not expecting 250 persons, but we did, out of an abundance of caution, postpone it. It was a code enforcement related educational opportunity. In addition to that, our fire department is very engaged in public outreach where we do educational activities at schools and other places. And so we will not be continuing those in person. We've actually moved to virtual education on those activities until further notice.
What's the word for your, for instance, police officers, those folks who are going out into communities that, while they are familiar with the overall, they aren't familiar with who they're interacting with, their hygiene, folks travel? What are you telling these folks?
So a couple of things. And first, I'm sorry, I left off something. We also, the state of the city, we also have agreed to postpone it as well. It was scheduled for March 25th. And so that's one of our largest events that's coming up, and it will be postponed. We do believe we'll be able to bring it back online fairly soon, but right now we believe it's best to postpone it. As far as our public safety and our first responders, we've actually taken the initiative to order some special protective equipment for them that we actually are expecting and hoping to be in tomorrow. In the interim, of course, our fire is already equipped with those activities, which is why we believe our quarantine firefighters have not been impacted or found positive, but we're kind of taking that extra step. And so the same things that we're advising the public, we're advising them, but we're taking an extra step to equip them with additional equipment and things of that nature.
And could you give talk more about this? You said the upcoming public meeting that is going to be done virtually. What type of meeting is this? And is it to not have the public there and hold the meeting while there are other resources? Is that legal? It
is. So actually our partners in Atlanta just announced that they will be doing something similar. They're actually having mock public council meetings, and that public meeting is our regularly scheduled council meeting. And so it will be taking place on the 17th as scheduled, but it is not currently planned to have it open to the public.
That question was proposed at the board meeting today and opined to by our legal counsel, and she said that it was legal.
Do y'all have city court? Do you have city municipal court?
We do have a municipal court, and so effective tomorrow, and we want to have time to be able to officially provide that notification, but it is the intent to suspend court indefinitely until further notice, in line with our partners at East Point, who we are actually sharing a space right now.
How you plan on notifying I guess the tickets of people who are expected to be in court?
So we'll be doing, so we operate one of only two 24/7 311 call centers in the state or in the metro, and so we'll be doing so through electronic text messaging, emails, and other forms of communication. But for all updates, we want the public to continue to check our website, because on the main page, not only will they see the authorization given by the council, we'll also be providing updates through that in social media.
Will they be given new court dates?
They will, but those will be, those new court dates will not be provided initially. We'll be waiting. First, we'll give them the temporary suspension of court notification, and those court dates will be done on a one-off basis based on the backlog.
And that's an attempt not to give bench warrants where they're not necessary.
And then could you talk more about the resources for employees? Are we talking paid time off?
Absolutely we are. So we will be implementing a teleworking alternative for all of our exempt employees based on a schedule that we're developing now. But those who are not exempt or who are not eligible to telework, based on whether it be a closure, safety precautions, or whatever it is, the council has authorized me to provide administrative leave, and we want to make sure that our employees continue to be made whole. I think our mayor, all of our council members, Councilmember Khalid, and our city attorney have all kind of come together to believe that we want to keep them in place, earning, and not be negatively impacted. And so we will carry that out and continue it until this subsides.
Do y'all have part-time workers?
We do.
Are they going to be able to keep on making money, or?
Absolutely. That's the purpose of administrative leave. So we will be ensuring that for the foreseeable future, and until we cannot, that all of our employees will be made whole throughout this process, and that we continue providing these world-class services to our residents.
And do you all have any cases of any city employees who have had to other than the firefighters?
No, so
None at
not
all.
at this time.
Not at all.
Why are you all standing so close to each other?
Because that's where we are. That's a good segue.
We
just-
all family.
We just want to say
very
that
far.
this council has done an outstanding job in doing things that's going to protect the people, not just the citizens, but also the people who work for us. So it's a yeoman's job to do. We've done it well, and we continue to provide the services that citizens expect from us.
Was 15 clean before y'all reopened it?
Yes.
Yes, it was clean. All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go home. Let's go home.
Ms. Freeman took y'all out. No, it's a copy.